It's aging. Just brace yourself for, what that looks like. Lower your expectations. Okay. Come down. But, we end up pretty cute, right? We end up pretty cute. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Sunshine. We are going to take a look at some Dior Complexion product. I have the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Foundation Stick. Foundation stick has gotten a lot of hype, especially for more mature skin. A lot of people with more mature skin really like this foundation stick. My thoughts are a little bit different. I just want to show you how they work for me. So let's get right into it. Cut to me without makeup. Again, what am I doing? What kind of 51-year-old woman decides at 51, hey, I want to get on the internet? It's so much better if I'd started this at, way earlier in life. But no, 51, here we go. Yeah, you're going to see me with no makeup, looking very scary. I mean, it's aging. It's beautiful. And I'm blessed to do it. I feel very fortunate to be able to do this at my age. But just brace yourself for, what that looks like. Lower your expectations, okay? Come down. But we end up pretty cute, right? We end up pretty cute. Let's get a complexion product review. It will come together and look a little bit more seamless once I get concealer on. That is the foundation, kind of a thin layer. I find that I can't use very much of this, or it does look kind of clumpy and dry. That just seems to be the problem with stick foundations in my skin. I just don't get along well with them. I can use a few of them in the summer. As of right now, I don't love it on my skin. You can see that it's there, and it does seem to accentuate dryness that I didn't really realize that I had. I'm kind of having that issue. I really feel that it is probably the time of the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. I have used this concealer in the past and I really liked it, but it has been since reformulated, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that it has been. I have the shade 1N. Here's a swatch of that next to the foundation. It's a really pretty neutral shade. The doe foot on this is huge. It dispenses a lot of product. Trying to go light with this. And I'm going to blend that out with my finger. My finger just works best for me at my age. Brushes and sponges don't seem to work as well because they don't get in all of the little nooks and crannies. And there's not any skipping or dragging across any fine lines or crepiness or whatever you might have going on. It just kind of works best for me that way. So that is how I do it. I always have kind of this romanticized idea, I think, of bangs, and I see them on other people, and I'm like, I need those. I need bangs. And then I get bangs and I regret it. Like that is a pattern for me. And then I thought when I cut my hair, I should go shorter, right? And have like almost like a baby bang. No, absolutely not. Okay, so that is the foundation and the concealer blended out. I really like the concealer. I think that I probably like the concealer better than the foundation because it's a liquid. It just sits on my skin better than a Dior Forever contour stick. Now this I absolutely love. This is a shade. It's like a neutral brown. It's a great contour shade versus a bronzer shade. It reminds me a lot of Westman Atelier in Biscuit, and it is every bit as creamy and blendable and long lasting as that. I feel like this will last forever because of how little you need. I mean, that's probably too much. I'm going to blend that out with a soft little kabuki brush. Okay, so that is the contour stick blended out. I love the contour stick. It is so easy to use. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful shade. I don't know about the other shades in the lineup. I looked at the second shade to see if it would be a bronzer. The tone didn't really work for me, so I bought another shade of the foundation stick, hoping that I could use that kind of as a bronzer. That was a no-go as well on my skin. I just didn't pick the right color probably. I am just going to lightly set my under eyes with my Kosas Cloud Set in Candy. I'm not going to set the rest of my face because the foundation stick is so kind of dry anyway on me. The Dior blush in 339. It's like a dusty, to me the color is like a dusty rose. It's not quite what I expected, but I like it still. And I think that the formula is also really nice on these blushes. Blends out really well, lasts really long. Get some color in the face. I love blush. It's like You know how most people, probably their desert island product would be like, concealer or mascara or lipstick, whatever. Mine's blush. It's definitely blush. I think because my skin tone is so flat, it just makes me look more alive. I'm very impressed with the Dior blushes. I think I even like them better than the Chanel blushes. I don't have any Dior brow products. I'm just going to go in with my Glossier Boy Brow Arch in Cool Brown. I think that's all I'm going to do to the brows for now. I am going to go in with the Dior lip liner in Greige Attitude. This is such a pretty color. I love this lip liner. Let me show you. So the shade kind of reminds me of a less gray version of Endless Cacao by Makeup Forever, also a creamier version of that. If you've ever used the Makeup Forever artist pencils, they're very stiff. I love them, but they're very stiff. This is a much creamier, slippier lip liner, but it does stay. It's got some stick around, some lasting power. I think that the shade is great for whatever lip look that you want to do, and it's also good for contouring the lips. I'm not going to do that today because I am going to go in with this lip gloss. I'm kind of going for like a nude lip look. The Dior Lip Maximizer in Celestial Purple. It's such a pretty, unique shade. I saw this shade and I was like, I have to have that. It kind of makes your lip tone cooler. I'm so happy with this gloss. It's great to put on top of other things. It's great on its own. It's moisturizing. Even though it's a plumping gloss, it doesn't like dry out the lips or sting or anything. It's more of the cooling menthol type plump. So that is fantastic. I love the Dior Lip Maximizers. It's just a great formula. And that shade is something unique and different. And it's beautiful. I'm going to do like a quick eye look. This is the new Viseart eyeshadow palette. That's what it's called. It's just a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I will say that, what will I say? I will say that some of the shimmers in here are a little thick, a little dense, and they do accentuate any crepiness. I don't even think accentuate is the right word. I think it makes your eyes look crepier. I'm glad I picked this palette up, but it is not my favorite eyeshadow palette. The shades are beautiful in here, and the mattes blend so easily. I am just taking the lightest, it's the shade right here, and blending that into the crease, just for a little bit of definition there. I'm going to do a quick eye look. I'm going to take this darker shade right here. I'm going to go for a cooler tone since since I've got this cool tone lip on. Put this at the base of my lashes in my outer corner and a little bit underneath the eye. I don't know about you, but I've never liked watching people put makeup on their lower lash line. It just looks so strange to me. But it's just an awkward thing to do, and then it's like hard to not have it look awkward. See? Clean brush and blend that out. So that is some of the shimmers on from this palette. As you can see, this shade right here on my pointer finger, that is this really interesting shade on the bottom. It kind of reminds me of MAC Blue Brown Pigment, if you remember that. I think so many companies try to do this color. Pretty sure Urban Decay even has something similar. It's very crumbly and flaky. It blends out nicely, but I'm kind of afraid to put that on. I mean, let's go for it. If it falls all over my face, I'm going to go in with that just with a finger on the center of my eyelid and hope that it doesn't get all over my face. It was easy to apply. It did not get everywhere. I am going to take this shade right here and just do an inner corner highlight. I'm going to pop a little bit of this other duochrome here. It's a little bit lighter, just right in the center of the lid. See what that does. The good thing about makeup is that it washes right off. It's fun to play. So that's what we're going to do. kind of got like a blue-green shift to it. It's got some pink in it, but it's not a red. That's pretty. And I think that putting it in the center of the lid helped a little bit. I'm going to go in tight line with my Victoria Beckham Kajal liner in black. And I'm going to use my Lisa Eldridge Kitten Flick eyeliner just to draw a small wing, just to kind of give some separation between the eyeshadow and my eyeball. And that is about as even as it is going to get. I'm going to leave it there. Tower 28 mascara is just my favorite. It's just the best mascara that I have found for my eyelashes, and I have tried a lot of mascaras, especially lately. This one just remains the fastest way to build length, volume. It curls my lashes, it holds them up. There are others that I like too, but I haven't found any that have dethroned the Tower 28 mascara. All right, eyes are done. I'm going to go in with the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer. This is in the shade Rosy. This is so pretty. They have several colors in this. I wanted to get one that could kind of be double as a blush. I think it would be beautiful on deeper skin tones as a highlighter. But on me, it's a glowy blush. It's like a highlighty blush. Let me blend that out so you can see kind of how it looks on the skin. Like it's so pretty. These last and they don't enhance texture on my 51-year-old skin. Like these are fantastic. So I am just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to go in with a brush. I'm going to go in with my BK Beauty 109 just for some extra glue. These are fantastic. I thought about getting the bronze one too, just to use as a bronzer. I might do that. Let's go through the products that I tried in this video that are new. The foundation stick. Now, this is a really nice foundation stick. Having said that, it's still not perfect. On my skin in the winter months, this is the only foundation stick that I can wear. It's still not undetectable on the skin. It's more of like, I would use this for a more perfected look. I applied it lightly today. It's not full coverage. I do kind of think that you could get there with this, you know, if your skin could tolerate it. My skin cannot tolerate a lot of this. It looks too visible on the skin and it looks a little bit dry. I feel like if somebody had really, really dry skin, because my skin is normal, I feel like this would really enhance texture. I like it, but it's not my favorite foundation by any means, but I'm glad that I have it. It's a good product to have in the arsenal for when I want something a little more perfected. It does really smooth over the pores. I will give it that. It's very smoothing on the skin. So that is a positive to this foundation. The positives are the coverage, the shade, the smoothing aspect of it, and the longevity. It lasts really well on me. The negatives are that it is visible on the skin. It can enhance dry patches. It's just not my favorite foundation. I like something that's a little less visible on the skin. It's good. It's just not my favorite. I'm very impressed with this concealer. This is not only the formula, but the packaging. This is a glass bottle. This feels very heavy. It feels like a luxury product. I love when I purchase a luxury product and, you know, immediately upon opening it, it feels like a luxury product. It just makes the experience that much better. I'm not a person that like, if something has bad packaging, I'm not going to use it. But I'm just saying something with good packaging elevates the experience a little bit. And this is a really, really good formula. This is so nice on my 51-year-old skin. It does not enhance texture under the eyes. It doesn't make me look older. It is not 100% crease free. It's very difficult to find something that is, but this is very close to it. And it just wears beautifully. It looks beautiful. I love the shade that I got. I'm very happy with this. And you get so much product in here that I just feel this is absolutely worth the money. You get 0.37 ounces. That is so much for a concealer. By comparison, the Westman Atelier concealer is 0.21 ounces and the Cult Feet concealer is 0.17. So this is, you get a ton of product. It's $40. I know $40 sounds like a lot, but when you consider how long this is going to last you, how little you need, and how much you get, It is a great value and it is a great concealer. I highly suggest you looking into this if you haven't. If you are a mature skin person, if you have, dry, mature skin, I think that this is a great product. This contour stick is fantastic. It is one of the best contour sticks that I have ever used. It might even be the best. Now, I think that the Westman Atelier Contour Stick Face Trace is a fantastic product. This is right up there with it. I haven't done like a head to head to see which one is the best, but I can't think that one is better than, you know what I mean? Neither of them have any weaknesses. It would probably come down to how much product were in there and which brand has a shade for you. Now, the Westman Atelier packaging feels a little more heavy and luxurious than this one, but this is still really nice. It's not a disappointing experience using this. It blends out so easily. You don't need much at all. Like, I feel like it would last forever. You can't even tell that I have used it. Highly, highly recommend this if you are looking for a contour product or a bronzer. If they have a shade that works for you, I don't think that you would be disappointed in this, no matter what your skin type is. The Rouge Dior Contour, the lip liner stick, the lip liner pencil, the shade Greige Attitude. I wanted like a neutral brown. Most brown from most brands are very warm. They're like a cinnamon or a caramel. It's really hard to find a neutral brown or even a cool leaning brown. Endless Cacao is the most cool toned brown lip pencil that I've used, and I love that pencil. I'm out of it, and so I purchased this as a replacement. I like this one better. It's not as cool tone, but because it's not as cool tone, I feel like it's a little bit more versatile. Now, I prefer this, not only the shade, but the formula, the ease of use, the fact that this does not drag, it just melts in seamlessly with the lips. And I feel like, again, the shade is much more versatile. If you two are looking for like a neutral brown, it's not super deep. It's like a medium brown, if that helps as far as the shade goes. But it's a beautiful formula. Highly recommend. I'm very surprised by the blush. I don't know why. They've never been on my radar. I saw the shade name for this and it made me think it was going to be like a very nude color. I ordered this on the website. I couldn't find it in stores. And so I thought that it was going to be kind of a nudie shade. It's more of a rosy shade, like a rosy pink. It does have some beige in it that makes it more neutral. It does come with this little brush, which I don't know. I don't know why you would use that, but you could there if you need it. Love the blush formula. Blends out perfectly on top of this foundation stick that had not been set with powder. I've used it with other foundations too, of course. It's a beautiful, beautiful blush. I'm very happy with it, and I'm very surprised by the fact that I like this blush as much as I do. I don't know what I expected, but I kind of expected to be meh. But, I'm like, yeah, I like it. And the last Dior product that I'm going to talk about is the highlighter. This is the Forever Glow Maximizer, again, in the shade Rosy. This is a fantastic product. I'm very curious now about the other shades. I bought this because I expected to be disappointed in this. This is technically a highlighter, but for me, it's a blush shade and it is absolutely beautiful. It just goes over the skin. It does not highlight texture. It doesn't do anything, annoying or frustrating on my skin. It goes on top of cream powder products very easily. I mean, you can use a finger, you can use a brush. It's not fussy at all, and I absolutely love it. I'm so glad that I picked this up. For a shade that speaks to you. I don't think that this is a product that you would be disappointed in, regardless of your age, skin type, skin tone. I just think it's a universally good product with no caveats. This lip gloss, oh my goodness. I don't know if it was limited edition or part of a special collection. There was something a little bit unique about this shade and I had to have it. I was like, I have to see what that looks like in person. Is that as pretty in person as it looks on the website? And the answer is yes, it is. It is every bit as pretty in person as it is on the website. And I love this because it is not a super pigmented color where it's going to white out your lips or do anything unflattering. It's not blue. It's like a grayish purple, almost, a very unique shade. It doesn't gather in your lip lines. I don't think it's very plumping, but I do think it's smoothing, which sometimes is all is all that you can ask. Believe me, as somebody with like a smaller mouth, I have tried so many things to make my lips look bigger. I find that the best thing to make lips look plump and juicy is to line them with a contour shade like this and then go in with something glossy in the center. I think that that's kind of what works best for me. I have nothing but good things to say about this formula, and I am very happy that I picked it up. And I don't think that anybody would be disappointed in this if they purchased it. You know, I'm not encouraging you to buy. I'm not out here trying to make you buy stuff. I don't get any benefit from, you know, whether you buy something or not. I'm not an influencer, I guess is what I'm saying. But I am, you know, trying to come to you through the lens of somebody with mature, difficult skin and tell you what works for me and what I think about these products. And I think that this is a great product that would be universally satisfying for most people. And I think that the shade is something that any skin tone, any age, any skin type, I think it's a great product. What can I say? I love this. I'm going to touch on this palette since I used it in this video. Full disclosure, this is the second time that I am filming this video. I had filmed this video before I cut my hair using all of these products. And it was a first impression of this, and my footage was completely ruined. It was unusable. Holidays happened, all of that. I'm just now getting around to refilming it. Since then, I have used this eyeshadow palette more. When I used it in the video, I was very disappointed because I was very happy, like it was all going great until I got into the metallic shade. I think I used this one. They're very thick. I've been very disappointed in a lot of eyeshadow formulas that feel very thin. But there's also the opposite end of the spectrum where things are too thick. And when they're thick, they kind of build up on your eyes. I mean, you can actually see a layer of product there. And that is what happened when I used this palette the first time. I've since learned not to do that. That footage, unfortunately, was unusable, not because of that, but because of technical difficulty. I have had some time to play around with this, and this is what I will say about this palette. These shades are stunning. They are beautiful. And I do think that this palette would work on a variety of skin tones. The mattes blend out so well. They're so easy to work with. I am not a person that is like blending eyeshadow for days and working for my makeup looks because I am a hardcore makeup wearer. I wear makeup pretty much every single day unless I am going through a bout of serious depression or there's some other extenuating circumstances why I am not wearing makeup. I am a makeup wearer. I love it. It is my happy place. That's why I'm here. This is not something that is just for, you know, YouTube or whatever. It's who I am as a person. I don't want to work for my eyeshadow, right? I want to be able to put it on, do a quick eye look, and move on with my day. And I'm not trying to blend an eyeshadow for 10 minutes. No, absolutely not. You don't have to with these. They blend so easily. All of the mattes. I have used every single matte except the creamy white. Two duochrome shades in here, and I used both of them today. So I didn't use those in my first video, but I did use them today. And I love the look that I got. I will say the good thing about them is they are crumbly, but they're thinner. They're not super thick like the metallics, so they kind of smooth out on the eyelids better. They don't accentuate anything that I don't want accentuated. Duochromes sit close to the eyes, and I think that if these shades speak to you, I don't think that you would be disappointed in this palette. It is not like my favorite eyeshadow palette, but I think the colors are beautiful and I love the versatility of it. Have you used this foundation stick, and do you have any suggestions on how to make it work in the winter? When I first got it, it worked great. Lately, it's just not working. I think it's just because the heat's on in the house. It's a little drier. The environment is a little drier. Not necessarily my skin, but just kind of everything else around it that is causing it to not perform as well as I feel like it did when I first got it. But having said that, it does perform better than any of my other foundation sticks. So it has that going. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I, as always, appreciate you spending some time with me, and I will see you in the next one.